Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to Mystery and Mind Game Corner, brought to you by CD77. I am your host, TKD, and this is that show where we talk about strange things happening around us, mysteries, things that talks about the way the world has been, and I bring to your remembrance incidents, things that occur that seems like I think nobody's paying attention to. They are paying attention for that, it's been a very long time. I bring back your memory so that they can write existing. And today, so the incident of today is something that really, touched me because somehow. So I'll be talking about the ICAF death in Russia, the Dyatlov Pass Incident, 9 deaths, strange accident. So this incident occurred in 1959 in the Ural Mountains in Soviet Russia, and at that time there was icy slopes everywhere, and 9 hikers, experienced I must say and certified, went into this mountain, and they didn't return. Then the experts went there to go and check for them. Then all of them were found dead. Every single one of them, 9 hikers. And they're not just random people that just said, oh, today we want to go and hike. I think that these people, they are certified. They are trained. So they are trained hikers. We have students, we have among them, we have even a graduate, maybe from hiking school, that even went with them. Now you see 9 experienced hikers went into this mountain. None returned alive, like I said earlier. But what the rescuer found at the scene is so bizarre, it's so shocking that even till date, the investigator still chills them to their bone, because it's somehow. You see, some were found half naked in the snow, some have massive internal injury but no external injury at all. That's somehow, right? One had a missing tongue. Their tent was ripped open from inside. Like I said, they were running from terror. That was it. More than 60 years later, the questions still remain. Was it an avalanche, or a test, or a paranormal incident? Today, nobody can solve that mystery because there's nobody alive to testify to what occurred among them. And the fact that even the hikers, some of them were found with deep external injuries like broken ribs, and there's no external injury. Deep internal injuries were found, but there's no external injuries. Now, let's now uncover the layer of this mystery. Number one, like I said, who were these hikers? So the Dyatlov group, they are called the Dyatlov group. Those 9 people. The Dyatlov group were no ordinary hiking team, like I said earlier. They were led by Igor Dyatlov. The group consisted of 9 students and recent graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. All were young, they were skilled and physically fit. You see, most of them had grade 2 hiking certificates. Like I said, they were certified. They were not just random people that went into mountains and said they are going. Here you get people that they have been trained in this field. And the expedition was meant to earn them grade 3 certificates, the highest at the time. Can I even say they were sent to their death in the name of just getting a certificate? Because it's paining me. I don't know. It's paining me. Like, these people, they went into this place with a mind that they want to earn certificates for their hiking, and they were all found dead. And to even crown it up, all their deaths were not normal, because a missing tongue, some are buried deep in the snow, some were found with deep internal injuries, with no external source and everything. What is their goal? Their goal was to reach Mount Ottoten, a remote and a snow-covered peak in the Urals. It was winter. Temperature could drop below -30 degrees Celsius, but the team was ready. That was it. They were ready. They left on January 27, 1959, full of energy and expectation. By February, they were dead. They were dead. Yes. You see, when the group did not return, a search party was sent out to them to find them. And on February 26, rescuers found the tent first. It had been ripped from inside, like I said earlier. Inside were shoes, were food, were clothes, were cameras, untouched. Then came the bodies. 2 were found under a cedar tree, barefoot, in underwear, burned hands, suggesting that they tried to make a fire. Maybe this one was too much. I don't even know, self. 3 others, including Dyatlov, were found between the tree and the tent, as if they were trying to return to the tent. The remaining 4 were discovered much later, buried in the snow, some with shattered ribs, a crushed skull, and one with missing eyes and a tongue. That's it. So I'm saying that the snow removed the eyes and the tongue. That's a mind game for you. Do you think? Do you think maybe it's the snow, or because the temperature was low, or do you think that they should not have been sent out at that time? So because they want to earn a grade 3 certificate. You see, this is the strangest part that might prove that it was not something that was external, because people that were dead, there was no external wound, there was no fight, there was no predator mark, and there was no avalanche debris. That's it. That's why it remains a mystery, because there was no evidence to prove that something occurred here, or maybe a fight, or maybe maybe they were running for their life, maybe something occurred. There was not even an avalanche debris. That's just it. Or just pure panic and death. I said they were running. Maybe they fell down. Some died. But my own is that the one with missing eyes and tongue, who took them out? Yes. Or let's say, okay, even if they are not like, maybe nobody took them out, they should be found somewhere very close to it. Okay, so what did the investigator give? You see, in the 1959, the Soviet investigation quickly ended with a vague statement saying that the cause of death was a compelling natural force the hikers were unable to overcome. Like, really? The cause of death was a compelling natural force that the hikers were not able to overcome. No details, no accountability. The files were sealed to date. The case closed, or the whispers grew. Like I said, there was no details, no accountability. The case was closed, sealed, but there was whispers, because there was, even though there's no evidence to show something, there were things that could show that something occurred here more than the normal. So you can't just say it's a natural fault that people were not able to overcome. So they died, all of them, and they were found at different places. You see, only decades later where some documents were classified, and within them a storm of theory. Of course, theory 1, an avalanche, they say. You see, one of the most common theories was that, okay, it is a slab avalanche, meaning that maybe snow may have shifted slightly, causing fear of being buried to those people. Then the hikers ripped their tent and they ran with some with no time to dress, because I think I can find this evidence before that some of them were found in or they were naked and dead. Freezing orientation and temperature might cause the death of those people. You see, recent computer models and modern researchers, they say they could explain this behavior. Maybe this load shift was too much, maybe it was coming together. They like, oh, let us run for their life. So they just ripped their tent open. They ran and they were covered by the snow and they died. But what about the shattered ribs, the missing eyes, and the tongue? What is the mystery behind it? Like, think, or do you think these people that are investigating this thing, they are trying to play a mind game with us? What do you think? But this is the problem. They say it is an avalanche, but there was not even an avalanche debris. That is the problem. Injuries were more like a car crash than a snow slide. Yes, because the shattered ribs and the legs were too many. They can't just be a snow slide. And if they were experienced, why run so far and barefoot into a freezing darkness? That is the question. Like I said, these people were certified hikers. They are not just ordinary people that just see panic. They have been trained. They have grade 2 certificates. They are going to the Ural Mountains. They are going to the Mount Orient to get their grade 3 certificates. That means that they were prepared for the snow. They were aware of the situation. At time, you guys will have get the weather forecast. They will have been prepared as anything can occur. It could be a snow slide. So this is for hikers. That means they were very, very prepared. So you're saying that it's an avalanche, and there was not even an avalanche debris in the place. So that means that, I don't know, That's why it does not enter, because that shattered ribs is say more of a car crash than something more. Now, some people believe that it is a government experience. That's theory too. You see, there's this Soviet test secret theory. Some believe that the hikers stumbled into military testing, like maybe parachute mines, rocket launches, or sand weapons. Why? Some bodies have high radiation levels on their clothes. Some believe that maybe it's some government testing, but yeah, maybe the hikers jam the testing place and they have to kill them to cover up. Maybe they not carry them to the office so that people will not be able to notice it. Because why would you explain the high radiation on the clothes on somebody's people? Local reports, even the locals reported that they saw orange spheres in the sky that night. Maybe they were calling for help. Can't say. The area was later restricted because even Mr. Kanoko, could the noise, pressure, or blast have caused internal trauma without external damage? Internal trauma without external damage. It's not adding up. My own. Even today, so some people still think that the Soviet government covered up the root cause because of transparency fuel the suspicion. Theory 3. Some people believe that it is something paranormal. Yes, I think it's that paranormal. Me also, because of course there's no great mystery that is complete without some paranormal harm. Now we have to think the other way. We have to think outside the box, because there's radiation on them. There were orange spheres in the sky, and I can't even accept the snow slide, because that snow slide is also bad, because even have internal injury. It was so bad that it's like more of a car crash than a snow slide. And like I said, this people, they were certified. They know what they were doing. They know where they were going. They were trained for that place. They are going to get certificate, so that means they are prepared fully for it. Now, you see, some people believe it might be a Yeti attack, an alien encounters. I don't accept that one. I don't know. So some people feel like it might be an infrasound that triggered uncontrollable fear. But some people feel like it might be a cause or spiritual phenomena. One theory suggests that it is an infrasound, maybe like a lower frequency sound waves from wind patterns caused by kind of psychological panic, making the group feel deep, unexplainable terror and flee rationally. For people that are trained to be hikers, but no enter. I don't know. Now here comes the mind game. Why the kids will not die? This is it. Let me tell you, what keeps this story alive till date is like, it's not just about the tragedy. It's far that it's mostly clarity. It just concludes the case with a sentence: natural force, and you cannot evolve. I cannot endure until that die. No, don't tell me that. People want transparency. They want clarity. So I don't believe that it's government that hide that thing, because it's more than that. Even in the absence of fact, the mind fills itself with its own imaginations. They try to find their own point to it. They try to, fill the blanks. So in the 1959 Soviet Russian, the reigning Secretary General then was Nikita Khrushchev, and that time was the time where there was liberation for the people. There were many chances to do your artistic something. Maybe that's what gave these people the chance to go to that mountain. And maybe, I don't know, maybe in their liberation and their own mind to exploit those things, they met some government faster, because that time was that they were doing so many space experiments, doing so many. That means maybe there was some battles that they were not supposed to know about, that they saw, and they had to kill them. I'm just saying. I'm not conclusive. Because that time there was many developments in the space industry. For them in Russia, there was liberation. People could do anything, even though it was limited. And that was even one of those that ended Nikita Khrushchev regime, because they feel like it's not giving the politics the power that it's supposed to have, because they give people the chance to do so many things. And I feel like maybe that's justice. Maybe those people stumble upon some power status, and like I say, for them to be going to a month or in that means that it's a place that people don't used to go, and they have to like meet that thing. Like it's like you doing the unthinkable to get your certificate. Do you get me? So maybe they don't know that place was secluded just because it was used for government, but they'll be like, oh, let's do that thing that people will not do. Let's go to that highest tip of that month's always and get what we want to get. I thought they die, Sha. I'm just saying. So I'm saying that This is where the mind come from. In a place where there's no clarity, there's no transparency, the mind can think of anything. And some people might even do it logically. Some people might go and say no, it's God. Some people might say no, it is spiritual. Some people might say they have the chance to do anything. That is the mystery behind it. Because even today, that place is still for you. Because the fact that there was no clarity in that thing shows that people have the chance to do anything. Now, is it the tent, the panic, the silence, and the fact that that nine lives ended with no clear reason? Even today, the Dyatlov Pass Incident is usually used in class of psychology. Because that's the thing. They use it in cold case investigations to train people. They use it in conspiracy theory formation. Because I feel like it is more of them trying to get people to cover up something and then not carry them in different places. Well, the ripped tent, the death in the snow, the missing eyes, the internal injury that is extreme with no form of external injury. Could not even say it is a snow slide. No, because a snow slide will not remove the eyes and remove the tongue now. Waiting what you can do. I'm just saying, you see, it's not possible to ask this question that how do we handle the unknown? How and why does mystery sleep close? How do we know that these people were not killed? Just cover up something that could have affected Russia then. But their death brought it to a stop. Can we say that? Like, or was trying to tell us that, oh, don't go to the mountains without sunlight. These people were certified for God's sake. They were not just normal people. They were people that they have been trained for that kind of experience. They have been trained. They are grade 2, and that time grade 3 is the highest. That means that for them to have reached that means they are very close to being a professional. Very, very close. You see, more than 60 years later, you see, this incident still the mystery. Maybe it is nature, maybe it is man, or maybe it's something that we're not even ready to explain. We are not even ready to say. Maybe we are trying to hide it. So now we are come to that important part of this show, your weekly reflection. When you hear a mystery as a person, do you look for logic first, or you wonder? That's it. Ask yourself. When you hear a mystery first, what do you do first as a person? Do you go logic side, or do you wonder? But even me say, I first wonder before I logic. I feel like I like can be a both. Some people who are saying that no, it's logic now. Because when he's trying to do logic, you can't even tell me it's a suicide because there was no evidence. There's no debris. There was internal injuries, no external injuries at all. At least a suicide would have given them an external injury, maybe a mark or something. Do you get me? Even if a snow slide will remove and hide, we just shook it, not remove it completely. Yes, that's the logic part. Yes, I'm thinking. The tongue part too. It will just shook and not remove them now. And can you sit with the unknown without forcing a neat answer? Do you think you can really do it? Because more than everything, more than it all, you have to reason and think. You see, that is what mystery and mind game is all about. You thinking. When you hear something, what do you do first? Do you go the logic way or the wonder way? Or do you even think this Dyatlov Pass Incident, this death, are they normal? Or is the government trying to hide up something? Or is it a mystery? Is a mystery self? Or is it something paranormal? Because this people's death is somehow. And today it's still a cookpit because it is sealed and it's like case closed. Now, that's what Mr. Mind Game is all about. You thinking, you reasoning, you wondering that what is it? You trying to be logical about it, and so many more. But this brings us to the end of Mystery and Mind Games Corner, brought to you by 077. I am your host TKD, and until the next time that we meet, stay curious, stay thoughtful, and never stop wondering what lies beneath the surface. Do you dig it to me? Thank you very much.